Hi guys, what's going on, and welcome back to another video on Conqueror's Blade. So, I've always wanted to do this. What is the worst unit in the game? And I think it's quite easily, quite categorically, the Sea Stag Deathdealers. They are just such a goddamn awful unit. I hate them, I've always hated them. So I thought we'd have a little bit of a look at them, just for a little bit of fun. We won't do a really long intro or anything. Because they're a mercenary unit, they obviously get a preset and pre-unlocked veterancy line, and they are pre-leveled. I've not put any particularly great doctrines on, only the accuracy ROM, because the accuracy, I mean, they couldn't hit a barn door if they were inside the barn. They are abysmal, so I thought they kind of needed the accuracy doctrine. Other than that, they have a terribly small amount of health and no defense, so they die one shot to almost all enemy archers. So you can imagine what fun I've had trying to record this one. So anyway, let's hop into a battle with them. If you didn't get the idea from the intro, this has been fairly painful to record. We've had about 20 battles with them now, and yeah, none of them have gone well. This is the first one that it doesn't even go well. It just doesn't go badly. Well, it still goes badly, it just doesn't go really badly. I really hate this unit. But anyway, so we are on Harbour City. We've lost the A point and we're pulled back basically to base. We didn't really manage to hold that side supply point at all, so the enemy have got quite a bit of time. This should we come down. I'm obviously staying on the high ground here to get some hits on these cav, and we do actually get a little bit of hit on them. We do some damage. We are shooting at the back, so we get the critical. Now the point here you'll notice throughout this whole clip is I use the aim fire an awful lot. The time it takes for them to manually aim when you just sort of move them into position and let them, aim at something themselves is ridiculous. It's like 5 seconds. It is so long that whatever it is that you're shooting at is either dead or gone, and they'll still miss anyway. So I might as well have a go at snap firing them. And you can see, I mean, that you're shooting quite a lot of shots, I think about 3 hit there, so they're really not very accurate. They do get some hits, but really not very many. I kind of start to get myself into a bit of a situation here because I've got the enemy coming effectively from both ways. Trying to pull over to this side, I'm trying to think about what's in front of me, which is what I really wanted to clear out first, particularly with that Scorpio there, because that will one-shot the unit. But because they're pushing so hard at the back, I have to pull around the back. I managed to avoid that charge of Axe Raiders. I stay relatively close in the fight here because I know I can hit at this range, because accuracy at this range, even this unit, can land some hits. Trying to shoot those Axe Raiders because they're just so ridiculously powerful. Get some shots in, but you see the damage just isn't there. If we had any other unit of muskets, we would do so much more damage. I know these guys are cheap, but still, I mean, Imperial Arquebusiers obviously would do a lot more, but even the Iron Caps would do a lot more than these guys. We're a far, far better unit. So we're still blasting away here. We could just left the unit a little bit on its own because none of our own heroes won the point, and if I didn't go over there, they were going to start capping, so I had to just sort of leave the unit and go for it. I wanted to get the clip on them, but I wasn't prepared to lose the game for it. So I then pull back once the base point is a bit more secure. I thought we might be able to get a little cheeky snap on this in this longsword, but we don't really. I'm trying to follow up with some enemy ranged at the back, and as we're pushing them, trying to use my snapfire to get some hits, and we do gain a few kills with them, but again, even at fairly close range, they don't really seem to hit a great deal. Try and go back up on this ledge to see if there's anything here to really shoot at, but there isn't, and there is some Namcans at the end of that corridor. And remember, this unit will pretty much one die, at 2,000 hit points. A Namcan will pretty one hit him, or the bleed at least will finish him off. And things like Imperial Archers easily one kill these guys. So anyway, we pull to the back of the point, and we start to get some shots in. I'm a little bit nervous about the sort of enemy range potential that's there, that's going to start shooting into me, so that's why I'm hanging back a little bit. Those fire archers will do a tremendous amount of damage when we notice we have some stuff from behind. I move out the way. I'm not going to stop a cav charge with these guys, but actually the team does a more than sufficient job of it, so we pull them back up. Thought I might get the cheeky kill, but alas, couldn't quite grab ourselves a hero kill. That would have been nice if we had. But you can see kind of how I'm using them. I'm just trying to use them in support, very conscious of their health because their health is so low. You're not really a frontline musket unit. We clinch some shots here and there, just trying to use the numbers to score the hits because they're not really aiming, they're just sort of blasting in the vague direction of an enemy unit. Okay, this little guy come across here. I'm expecting him to have a unit, which is why I'm waiting here. And he does. Here comes his Imperial Javelins. Bit of a strange choice by that guy to sort of run past without slightly microing his unit, because it means our friendly Sealadars go in, and I also can get stuck in with my hero here now. I've still got the unit shooting. I'm not entirely convinced they're actually hitting anything, but they look like they're doing something, and I suppose that counts for something. But with them dead, we're back to being pushed on the base point. And we're starting to get pushed fairly hard now, and you'll notice that the enemy team is starting to spawn a tremendously large amount of range. And I start to get shot at. See some of them start to drop off, a few of them starting to die. I sort of end up in this situation where I have no choice. I could pull them further back, but then they won't hit anything. And we're now fighting for the ability basically to win this game. So I decide that it's worth their unit dying at this point. I leave them there. They're still getting some shots in. They're not doing a great deal. And but you know, what else can you do? I'm going to shortly get myself killed, but you'll see that the enemy team has basically just entirely ranged at this point. They have no melee units left. And there's just stacks and stacks of archers and muskets at the back. The Sea Stags, do pick up an extra kill or two. You can still see their shots landing occasionally. They are at the back shooting there. Oh, there we go. Cheeky little kill. Just helping bump up a little bit. But unfortunately, with me dead, they are about to run out of ammo. And as soon as they do that, I order them back on the retreat. We do respawn with what basically remains of them. But I mean, as you saw, I couldn't really hit anything with a full unit. So never mind anything less. And then one of them just got picked off by this cheeky little pike. I think out of all of them who fired there, and even at this range, they scored one hit. We do manage to kill the pike, but it's just crazy how inaccurate this unit is. And then when they do hit, they don't really do all that much damage anyway, so it's just a disappointment all round. We set them up and start blasting away a little bit at the back, but essentially they're not really going to do a lot else now for the rest of the game. We do actually go on to win this one, which was nice. We did manage to wear the enemy down just enough. I did have a nice little clip which I didn't actually record midway through the battle, where I managed to kind of get into their back lines and kill an awful lot of their range. But anyway, hopefully you found this video vaguely enjoyable. I think the moral of the story is, if you're going to be getting a mercenary unit, and maybe I should have explained that the reason you might be interested in a mercenary unit at all is because they give you a 10% bonus to bronze income, unit XP income, hero XP, etc per battle. They're certainly not worth getting with sovereigns, but if you've got an excess of silver, you know, I'm up to like 3 million now or something, then they can be worth buying one just for that bonus. The one you really want is the Martellatori. They're by far the best one for the leadership. But if you don't want to get the Martellatori, certainly don't get the Sea Stags. They're just so bad. You're honestly better off without a unit, because you'll be able to play better as a hero without having to waste your time microing these guys. So yeah, definitely my worst unit in Conqueror's Blade. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, let me know what you think in the comments down below. And of course, subscribe to the channel for lots more Conqueror's Blade content. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you all on the next one.